Welcome to this mini lecture on how to construct a concept map and its potential role in research. A concept map is a way to organize and structure knowledge. A concept map is also a diagram that depicts suggested relationships between concepts. A typical example of a concept map will look like this. You have the concepts in the boxes and they are related by arrows. And some words explain what type of relationship these are. Note that this is a concept map on characteristics of concept maps. Concept mapping as such can be referring to an event, such as a brainstorming session. It can refer to the process over time, so the gradual build-up and the structuring of knowledge that you acquire, and that relates to activities like growing of understanding, analysis, and critical reflection. And finally, of course, it also refers to the outcome, the concept map itself. One of the strengths of concept mapping is that it can bring together different kinds of knowledge. Empirical knowledge of the real world, how things happen, and you might have prior knowledge on that. Academic knowledge, the theories, the concepts that you can find in academic literature, as well as your own understanding and your own priorities, your own interest. So that can influence what you find in the concept map. Often you will start concept mapping by having a sort of brainstorming session, mind mapping session, or post-it session. The focus of that brainstorm is on a specific topic or question. It results in a sort of visual representation of ideas, words, and images. In this stage, you should not critically reflect on the outcome. It's about creating ideas. It's intuitive and associative. And you try to build on prior knowledge and understanding. In the second stage, you add structuration. For example, by prioritization and simplification. For example, put a key concept in a central position. Or another way to prioritize, apply a hierarchy. So, general concepts on top and more specific concepts below. Simplification can be the result of grouping of concepts based on similarity and relationships, or parking concepts outside the diagram that don't show obvious relationships with the other ones. And after that you can add structuration, making relationships explicit. It links the concepts visually by lines and arrows. And then you clarify those relationships by words. And finally, you can add or look for cross-links between different sections of your concept maps to also include indirect relationships or less obvious relationships. And then you can start to restructure and sharpen your concept map. You can do so by questioning your concept map, restructuring it by trial and error. Think of concrete examples. Is your concept map complete and logical for that example? You can also brainstorm different ways of putting the concepts together. Move the categories around and see what works or not. Ask questions about the diagram and draw possible connections and think about whether these connections make sense or not. You can also restructure and sharpen by writing a narrative or a memo. So trying to capture in words the ideas and the logic that's embodied in your concept map. If you cannot create a comprehensive storyline, your concept map is either incomplete or ill-structured. So finally, why do concept mapping? Well, concept mapping is easy to understand, both the concepts as well as the structure of your diagram. It triggers systems thinking, elements and their relationships and how they influence each other. It It's an engaging activity, and with it you can activate prior knowledge. But also it's strongly process-oriented. It allows for grown-up understanding, analysis and critical reflection. And it is easy to communicate within a group where you cooperate with each other, but also, for example, to communicate your ideas with external stakeholders, your supervisor, the company, your colleagues, and in that way engage them in your research and try to receive feedback on your initial ideas. Good luck with it!